The year is 1985. I'm not born yet. Video's over. Alright, fine. Just for a second, let's play pretend. Once again, the year is 1985. You are watching TV with me. We are best friends. And we see a totally radical commercial with this fuck-ass robot and kids messing with some sort of doohickey to play some sort of video game. We gasp in awe and say in unison, "That looks like some hot ass. Let's go to the arcade and play The Last of Us Remastered." We grab our Walkman, and gallop gallantly towards our destination. Obviously, this story is fake. Absolutely no one is going to suggest to play The Last of Us Remastered. Be real. Though it is true that the NES did in fact come out in 1985. What is an NES, really? It's a video game console. That's it. But a very good one. Yeah, maybe the graphics don't hold a candle to Grand Theft Auto 6, but damn are some of these titles just plain fun. Even the shittiest of NES games can make you feel something, if not just pure unadulterated rage. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. At 100 subs, I'm, maybe, getting oiled up and cosplaying Samus. Speaking of pure unadulterated rage, the first game that comes to mind when I think of the NES is none other than my glorious king Castlevania. The art style of the original is not incredibly inspiring by any means. You can't tell me that opening shot of the castle gates isn't something truly special. I'll tell you right now. Spoiler warning. This is one of my favorite NES games. So much fun to revisit it. I only meant to record around 20 minutes or so for B-roll footage, but I ended up playing several levels farther than intended. I actually own a cheap reproduction of Castlevania even though I don't own an NES. No idea if it actually works or not. That's enough about me though. Let's get into the music. This fucked up level with crows and evil ass skull turrets has an absolute banger playing in the background. I really don't think it's crazy for me to claim that Castlevania as a franchise has some of the best music in video game history, with the original being no exception. Gameplay-wise, it's dated, for sure. Castlevania 3 and even Castlevania 2 on the same damn console are honestly preferable experiences. 3 in particular just looks and feels incredible. But you gotta pay respects to the original. Without it, the whole Metroidvania genre would have a lot less catchy of a name. It's A tier at the very minimum. Now, moving on, it wouldn't be the 80s if you didn't put a little bit of racism in your game. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out is a bizarre ripoff of the movie Rocky, but instead of fighting Apollo Creed, Little Mac, aka Rocky, has to fight Mike fucking Tyson.
How did you feel about the guys you were in the ring with?
I wanted to kill them.
On the hikes, I'm terrible at Punch-Out, so I don't have any personal footage of that fight, but maybe I'll splash something on screen now. Boom. Oh wow. What a battle. Congrats to the victor. Anyway, this game is the very essence of what my video is about. All you can do in Punch-Out is dodge, punch, and block. That's it. But what makes it so fun is the people you are pitted against. This hippo guy in particular has been ingrained in my memory for years because of how damn awful I was at fighting him. And still am, for that matter. He beat my ass to a pulp mere minutes before writing the script. So rest assured, I am red hot seething like a cartoon character at this very moment. There are a lot of bullshit games on the NES, but I really don't think this is one of them. Everything that I've experienced has been super well telegraphed. I just suck. It's gotta be a B tier. Super Mario Bros. 3. Do I even need to say more? This is the GOAT of 2D Mario games and probably one of the smoothest feeling games to this very day. It goes bop, boom, bing, bop, bam, and shabingo, you're flying across the entire damn level. Like, are we serious? Is this real life? Okay, enough glaze. Shut the fuck up. Let's talk about the bosses. Yeah, that's what we Mario heads consider a boss fight to look like. They don't improve at all from here, but if you're playing a Mario game for its deep Souls-like elements, then you may need to get your priorities straight. The music is probably the best that the NES has to offer, in my personal opinion, as even just the world map has unique bangers that'll get stuck in your head for days. This is one of the very few NES games I could easily recommend to people not into retro titles, just because of how damn well it still holds up. S tier. No contest. I know there's games other than Nintendo on the NES, but this wouldn't be an NES video without at least mentioning Metroid. The first game doesn't hold a candle to the later entries, but it is probably the closest thing to a modern gaming experience on the console. There's no lives, there's upgrades that stay with you after death, and there's a deep sense of progression. It's been years since I touched the original game, and I couldn't help but sit in awe on the title screen for the full length of its song. The game itself has good tracks as well, but they are honestly on the weaker side in comparison. The basis of Metroid and the Metroidvania genre as a whole, if you're unaware, is that you are thrown in a massive labyrinth with nothing but basic abilities, but the more you explore, the more abilities you unlock, and the more places you're able to discover using these new abilities. It's a very addictive game loop. I found myself playing well over my recording limit just to see more. The graphics leave a lot to be desired. Maybe it's because I played Super Mario Bros. 3 right beforehand though. For Metroid though, there's a lot of repetitiveness. I'd probably give it a high C if we're being honest. Maybe low B. Thinking about the graphics made me wonder what people consider to be the best visuals on the console as a whole. Apparently, a game called Little Nemo is considered to have some of the best sprites on the NES. And now that I've played it, I kind of agree. Everything looks so nice, and there's so much clarity that you usually wouldn't get in other NES games. There is one major issue with Little Nemo, however. The game is not that fun. Yeah, it's charming, but this was an idea that came a generation too early. Might be easier to see my perspective if I actually tried explaining. See, the way Little Nemo works is that you, yes you, are a misogynistic ass kid that can throw candy at wild animals and wear them as a skin suit. Sound horrific yet? Well, it gets worse. There are 6 keys per level you gotta find to be able to leave, so you'd think they'd make it easy to backtrack, right? Wrong, dipshit. Due to the limitations of the NES, if you leave the screen that you tamed an animal at, coming back will have that animal in the same spot blocking your whole damn path. Maybe a minor issue, but even after 30 minutes it started to become an annoyance. Nice game to look at for sure, so I'll include it even if it kinda taints the whole reason for making this video. I'll give it D tier, for sure. I'm sure it works for some people, but it doesn't for me. That's all I got time for today. Sorry, kiddies. This was just tapping the surface of NES games, but I hope someone out there at least got a mild interest in giving the console a shot. I'll include a small list on screen now for a few more recommendations, if you're interested. Revisiting these titles was a whole lot of fun. Thank you for watching my video. It would mean the world to me if you left a like and subscribe to the channel. Hope you all have a good rest of your day.